Welcome to Quick Stuff F1. My name is Nyasha. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. And welcome to Nyasha's Notebook, the show where I take you to the park and break down the latest Formula One session. And in all honesty, we're here to discuss the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But before we get into that, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 6,000, so help us get there if you can. Saudi Arabia, only one place to start. Oh my God, how could I start without the actual fucking notebooks? Right, so only one place to start. I've said it before, I'll say it again. In the words of the diminutive darling of Australia, Kylie Minogue. Wow, 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 wow. Max Verstappen. Jesus Christ. Run from him. Hide from him. He will arrive all the same. Pole position for Max Verstappen. How many times do I need to call this man inevitable? Like, honestly, it's sickening. And I know, it must suck if you don't like Max Verstappen. We're pretty clear on this channel. I'm pretty clear on this channel. Not a massive Max Verstappen fan. I'll be honest, don't really like his fans that much either. Very patronizing, very condescending. They run up and down YouTube, Twitter, Instagram looking for arguments. I could put all that to the side. No matter how I feel about them, what you can't deny is the driver they rep will pull a lap out of his arsehole. Jesus Christ. Maximilian. How many times is he going to do this? And I get it. What I'm not going to do is say, hey, this guy is driving a backmarker car and dragging it into pole position, because we're realists on this channel. We don't have to hype up the thing more than it needs to be hyped up. But what I will say is, that car is not the fastest car. Yet, again, this season, he's put it on pole position. And that is a credit to him. And sometimes you just have to doff your cap and say, well done. So for me, to you, Max Verstappen, well done. Absolute madness. 0.01 quicker than Oscar Piastri. He says the car came alive at night. Arabian nights from Arabian days. Max Verstappen gliding through the streets of Jeddah like Aladdin on his motherfucking carpet. Unbelievable. It's just like, how many times is he going to do this? You want to hate on him. I want to come in here. You're trying to do a hate watch, and a hate watch is absolutely fruitless because he just keeps doing it. He keeps doing it in a week as well, where all the rumors are about him leaving Red Bull. All the rumors are about how he wants out. Is he going to take a sabbatical? Is he going to move to Aston Martin? 300 million on the table from Papa Strulovic to lure him into that Aston Martin seat. Why would he go anywhere? It's almost as if Max Verstappen says that he's going to leave just to scare Red Bull into doing some shit for him. Just to scare him into sorting that car out. And I respect it. They are scared shitless of it. Every time there's even a mere thought, a mere possibility, a mere crack in the dent in the armor of Max Verstappen at Red Bull, no sooner do they sort that fucking car out, and it becomes a car capable of getting pole position in his hands. And in his hands, it did that. Also, gotta say, great strategy by Red Bull. I think they were the only team. Couldn't really tell on TV, but they looked like the only team who did the strategy of sending him out with enough fuel for 2 laps, bringing him in, putting on some new tyres, and then sending him back out again. Felt like he got his eye in on the first lap, and then on the second lap, he done the business. Quite why other teams didn't go for that, I don't know. Would it have helped other people? Potentially. But nevertheless, that's what's happened. And Max Verstappen is on pole position. What can you say? Not much more you can say, to be honest. Congratulations. Yuki Tsunoda qualified in 8th in the end, which is great for Yuki. I mean, he's a second off Max, but when you consider how his P3 went, then you would think that, not P3, sorry, his P3? No, his P2, sorry, where, pardon me, he crashed out at the end of the day last night. Great work from the mechanics to get that back up and running today. Didn't have to break a curfew, and they were able to get Yuki out today and into P8. So good for Yuki. Probably bad for the Max Verstappen fans who try to claim that the car is like a back marker car. Unfortunately, it's only a top 4 car, but nevertheless, still something to brag about, to be honest. So McLaren, Oscar Piastri in 2nd, Lando Norris 10th place. I don't know what to say. I actually don't know what to say about Lando anymore. Just yesterday, I said, Lando Norris, this is the time. What are you going to do? I back you. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to say, I'm not feeling okay. I'm not happy about this, but I'm going to do my best. Right now, Lando Norris, your best is not enough. Right now, Lando Norris is unfortunately bottling this title in front of our very eyes. And he has no one else to blame but himself. No one else to blame. Like, it is ridiculous. You have everything there for you. The car is good. The team back you. You've got 20 mil in your pocket. And we're not talking about someone who is, I guess, I'm sure they're trying their best. But we're not talking about small mistakes here. We're talking about championship hurting mistakes. Sticking it in a wall on your first run in Q3 through no one's fault but your own is insane. And you talk about what it takes to become champion. All you have to do is look at your busy mate, Max Verstappen. Look at the guy that you can't stop sucking up to, the guy that you keep fucking putting yourself down for, who has no issues whatsoever in cutting you off, in being nasty to you on the track. Look how ruthless Max Verstappen is. If there's an opportunity, what's he doing? He's taking it. Both hands. Lando Norris, what are you doing? Butterfingers. I wouldn't trust Lando Norris to hold my newborn child. Like, straight up. I wouldn't trust it. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What are you doing, Lando? And it's insane. We're watching a bottle job. We're watching a bottle job in front of our very fucking eyes. And honestly, I do feel bad for him, because it's not like he's not doing this on purpose. He's not doing this because, you know, he's sabotaging the team or anything like that. It's not through a want of trying. But this is elite level sport. And elite level sportsmen don't stick it in the wall in Q3 first lap. They just don't. It is unforgivable what we're seeing from Lando this season. from the highs of Australia to where we are now, absolutely unforgivable. And yeah, it leaves Oscar Piastri 3 points behind in the standings with a real opportunity now to stretch that lead. And really and truly now, it's more likely that we're going to see a title fight between Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri than a title fight between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. It's going to get to a point, if Lando keeps this up, they are going to have to put all of their eggs into Oscar Piastri's basket. He is going to have to move over when necessary. He's going to have to give the toes in qualifying, because they cannot have them take points off each other if Max Verstappen is always going to be there or thereabouts. So if I was Lando Norris, I would fix the fuck up, bro. Like, you need to fix up. You need to fix up, because this is not it. And I say this as someone who believes in this boy's talent. My God, when he is on it, he is on it. He is fast. But do you want to be world champion, or do you want to be David Coulthard? It's your choice. It's your choice, Lando. So if you need to go to the mountains, Shaolin style, and fucking do what you need to do to make sure that you are capable of being in the right mental state to deal with pressure, then you need to do that. Because if you don't, Lando Norris, this is done. Done out, finished, over. And Oscar Piastri, yet again, I think the next step for him is securing these close pole positions. Not the first time he's been closely out-qualified by Max. It's not going to be enough just to beat Lando. If McLaren want this title, they need to be qualifying pole position week on week on week. Why? Because they have the fastest car. And all of that talk that people used to say about, people with the fastest car, it's easy for them. Is it? Is that mentality to be the best easy? Is that mentality to go out week after week, triple header, stick your car on pole position every time? Is that easy? I don't think so. So, pause for thought there for McLaren. Mercedes, I have to do this quick because the light is going. I'm looking for light around here. Mercedes quickly, George Russell in third place, Kimi Antonelli in fifth, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Saturday. God, I can see George Russell's race right now. Get off the line, be in third place, trundle around until he gets to a point where it's the end of the race and he'll look around, lo and behold, he's on the podium again. Classic George Russell, but respect him. You've got to be there. And maybe that's what's separating him from Lando at the moment. You do wonder, if George Russell was in that car right now, would he be making the same mistakes Lando Norris is? I don't know if he would. In fact, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. But one thing's about George, he is consistent and he is doing the job for Mercedes. Right, Kimi Antonelli in fifth. What else is there to say about Kimi? Incredible. Yet again, he's just a solid rookie, isn't he? Very, very solid rookie. So yeah, that's Mercedes. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to get into Ferrari. We're going to get into Lewis, and and then go from there, basically. Until next time. Well, not until next time. I'll see you after the break. Welcome to Quick Stop F1. My name is Nyasha, and we're breaking down the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix qualifying on Nyasha's notebook. If you are enjoying this content, make sure to give the video a like. It really helps. And subscribe to the channel on the way to 6,000 subscribers. Ferrari, Charles Leclerc in fourth, Lewis Hamilton seventh. If you're wondering why I'm wearing all black today, it's because ain't nothing to smile about. This is a funeral. This is not fun. This is not fun whatsoever. Lewis Hamilton is struggling. I think we can no longer deny that. This move to Ferrari is more difficult than we anticipated. I don't think you can deny that. We'd be sticking our heads in the sand if it was any different. The demeanor Lewis has shows that he doesn't know where these deficits are coming from. We saw him after the session staring at the timing screen, shaking his head. He doesn't know where these deficits are from. We don't know. Ferrari don't know. And it's not fun. And I see some people out there, you know, saying just, you know what, I get it. I get it. If you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, you want your driver to be winning. You want your driver to be up there with the Verstappens, with the Piastris. You want him to be matching his teammate Charles Leclerc in fourth, by the way. 5/10 quicker than his teammate Lewis Hamilton. So you see the stuff people say online. You see the bullshit people say about Lewis Hamilton, maybe him going to the Met Gala. Maybe that's why, you know, maybe he needs to concentrate on his Ferrari and all that bullshit, all that crap. You see the stuff people say about him, that he's finished, that he's washed, that Father Time waits for no man. To those people, I'm wearing black for you. I'm wearing black for you because if you are not Team LH, then this funeral is for you because you're dead to us. Because right now, what we're going to find out is the fans from the fakes. What we're going to find out is the people who are here for the good times are the people who are going to leave when the times are bad. The people who don't have faith. On this weekend, of all weekends, Easter weekend, let me tell you, Christ died yesterday. And if that is a representation of all the badness and all the crap of all the people who we need to cut from Team LH, then fine. Because on Sunday, he has risen. And let me tell you now, I'm not someone who is overtly religious. But you know what I am? Someone who has faith. Someone who's guided by faith. Faith in the things that I believe in. And let me tell you now, if you're someone who's been watching Lewis Hamilton since 2006 or whatever, if that's the person you are, and then you want to ditch him, the moment things get bad because you found a shiny new toy, or because you don't like people saying nasty things about you because they say that you must be an idiot to support Lewis Hamilton. You must be biased. You can't be objective. You know what? You can objectify my dick. How's about that? Because I am a man of faith and I believe in Lewis Hamilton. My faith is in his ability to bounce back, in his ability to learn. This is a guy who Ferrari is saying is staying at the garage until 1 a.m. trying to figure out what's going on. This is a man who has won multiple championships in multiple different generations of cars. He won a sprint race this year. He won 2 races the season before. He took a shitbox car in 2023 into 3rd place. I'm not going to stand here and say I'm happy with the performance Lewis Hamilton is putting out at the moment because I know that he's not happy with it. I don't have to say things that are fucking obvious. We've all got eyes. But what I will do right now is say this. The good times will return. The pace will be found. And when it does, you can stay on that side over there if you don't believe in that. And that's fine. And I respect everyone's opinion. You don't have to believe Lewis Hamilton is going to find the pace again. That's absolutely fine. Maybe I am flying in the face of theory. Maybe the legs have gone. But I don't want to believe that. I choose not to believe that. And I'm not going to just stand here and make content and say things that I don't believe. So I can objectively say today, yes, Lewis Hamilton was 0.5 seconds off of his teammate. Lewis Hamilton was nearly a second off pole. I can say that. Is that good? No. Is that bad? Yes. Does that mean I think he's washed? No. Not in the slightest. And I hope and I think that if there's ever time for a resurrection, then it's tomorrow on Easter Sunday. So let's see. And that's all I've got to say about that, to be honest. Williams, Carlos Sainz, the man who was Hamilton replaced, qualified in 6th place with Alex Albon 11th. Carlos Sainz, welcome to the party. Best result so far in the Williams. Alex Albon set out quite early in Q2, which may have resulted in him going out, not really getting the lap time that he wanted. So that is not good for Alex Albon. But well done to Williams. Cars improving week by week. Alpine, Pierre Gasly in 9th place, Jack Doohan in 17th. Alpine, again, showing that chassis is good. Pierre Gasly returning to the form we saw at the back end of 2020 and in 2021, where he was the best midfield driver on the grid. And you could argue that could be the case right now. The car, Liam Lawson with a good performance in 12th, out qualifying Isaac Hadjar, who I think was in 14th. According to my notes, my pad is done. Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso in 13th, Lance Stroll in 16th. Why would Verstappen want to go there? Yes, Adrian Newey is there, but God, it's a big job for him to put that car into a championship winning position next year. We'll see, but it would be a shot in the dark, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did take a sabbatical, because that is, you would want to see how that car does before you stepped into it, especially considering how good the Red Bull is currently. But new engines, is it going to be that good next season? Haas, Oli Behrman in 15th, Esteban Ocon 19th, still struggling in that Haas, and Hulkenberg 18th, Gabriel Bortoleto 20th. I'll leave you with this. Sorry. Formula One is an incredible sport. The intricacies required, the engineering feats, all of that. Sometimes your fave is not going to be the best. Sometimes your fave is not going to be the winner. But you can't listen to outside noise. You can't listen to what people say. You can't let the things that people say hurt you and then use that to hurt others. And I just think, Team LH, hang in there. Hang in there. It sucks. Fuck me, it sucks. But hang in there. Because things will get better. I know that. And I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think that was the case. But, on the other hand, to those who don't have faith, if you are wavering, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But when the good times are here, don't worry. This channel will still be there. Still be here to get the gunshots going. And on that note, I bid you adieu. If you've enjoyed the show, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to get in because it's getting dark and someone might actually rob my phone at this point. So I'm off. Thank you for watching. And remember, keep it on the black stuff. Until next time, take care.